Hello and welcome to this hypnotherapy session for overcoming the fear of being rich. This session will help you to begin feel safer, calmer, and more deserving around the idea of wealth, success, and prosperity. Sometimes a person can consciously want more money, more choice, more opportunity, while another part of the mind quietly holds back. That part may have learned old ideas about money, perhaps from family, culture, or simple misunderstandings. Maybe ideas like rich people are selfish, money changes people, and success attracts criticism. Or perhaps if you have more, something will go wrong. And yet money itself is only a tool. It can magnify value, choices, security, and personal freedom. A hammer can build a home or break a window. The tool is not the character. The character belongs to the person wielding the tool. In this session, your unconscious mind can begin to separate wealth from fear, success from guilt, and prosperity from danger. You can begin to discover that being financially successful doesn't require you to lose yourself. In fact, it may allow you to become more fully yourself. You can be kind and wealthy. You can be grounded and wealthy, and you can certainly be generous and wealthy. You can remain connected to the people and principles that matter while allowing life to become easier and freer. And maybe there's a part of you that already knows that avoiding prosperity doesn't protect your goodness. It just limits your choices. And now you can begin to let go of that old, unnecessary fear and allow yourself to become comfortable with increasing your wealth. So now you can settle into a place where you can relax undisturbed for a while and take a few moments to begin noticing yourself becoming a little more comfortable. Now, allow your eyes to rest gently on a point in front of you and take a slow, deep breath in. And then gently let it out. In a moment, I'll ask you to close your eyes. And when you do, you can relax those small muscles around the eyelids so completely that as long as you choose to keep that relaxation there, those eyelids simply won't want to work. And so now, take a long, slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And then as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close and relax those eyelids. Relax them so deeply, so completely, that they just feel loose, soft and calm. And when you know you've relaxed those eyelids so completely that they just won't work, give them a tiny test and find that they remain comfortably closed. That's it. And now stop testing and just go deeper. Let that relaxation move from the eyelids down through the face, through the jaw and the neck, into the shoulders. Every breath helps you to relax even more. Now, take that relaxation and send it like a warm wave down through the arms, into the hands, all the way down to the ends of your fingers. And it feels so good just to let go. Just imagine that relaxation flowing through the chest, the back, into the stomach and down into the hips and thighs, flowing over the knees and the calves, into the ankles and the feet, all the way down to the tips of the toes. And in a moment I'll count down from 3 to 1. And with each number you can double this feeling of relaxation. 3. Deeper through the body. 2. Deeper through the mind. And 1. Letting go completely. Now, just imagine all the numbers draining from your mind. Numbers, worries, doubts and calculations all fading away. You may imagine the number 100. Then silently say, deeper relaxed, and let it disappear. 99, deeper relaxed, fading away. 98, deeper relaxed, drifting away. And very soon all the numbers are gone because you don't need them now. And when the numbers fade, the deeper mind opens, listens and learns. And as you rest here, listening to my words and the spaces between the words, just imagine yourself standing at the top of a beautiful staircase. A staircase leading down into a place of inner safety, clarity and power. There are 10 steps down, and with each step down you relax more deeply. Old fears about wealth begin to loosen, soften and dissolve. Step 10. Moving down now, feeling the body becoming heavier, calmer, quieter. 9. The mind settling like clear water, becoming still. 8. A warm golden light appears ahead. This light represents possibility, success, and calm confidence. 7. Every muscle lets go a little more. Every old limitation becomes less interesting. 6. You may notice the air around you becoming softer, as if the very air knows how to comfort you. 5. Halfway down now. Ever deeper, ever more relaxed. 4. The old fear of having more begins to feel like an old coat that no longer fits. 3. You can take it off. 2. You can set it down. And 1. You arrive at the bottom of the staircase into a peaceful private garden. This garden belongs only to you. It may have green grass, tall trees, flowers, sunlight and shade, and a quiet path that winds through abundance in its natural form. Have you ever noticed how nature never apologizes for being abundant? The tree doesn't feel guilty for bearing fruit. The sun doesn't shrink because it shines on many people. A river doesn't become selfish because it flows strongly. And in this garden of your mind, abundance is natural. Breathing is natural. Growth and receiving are natural. And as you rest here, your unconscious mind can begin learning that prosperity can be natural for you too. Now, somewhere in this garden within, you may notice a path leading towards a large, elegant gate. On the gate are the words, "I can be safe with success." As you move closer, you realize that the gate is not locked from the outside. It never was. It was only held closed by old ideas, old emotions, old misunderstandings, loyalties to limitation. And those loyalties can begin to change now. There may have been a time when some part of you believed that staying small was safer. It kept you familiar, kept you accepted. Staying small helped you avoid attention, judgment, or disappointment. And that part of you was just trying to help. You don't need to fight it. You don't need to reject it. You can simply thank that part of you for trying to protect you and allow it to learn something better. The truth is, you can be visible and safe. You can succeed and stay grounded. You can receive more and still remain kind. And most importantly, you can have wealth and still belong to yourself. And as those words settle deeply, you can let your unconscious mind reorganize that old fear. Perhaps that fear of being rich was never really about money. Perhaps it was about a fear of changing, of being judged, of losing love. Maybe it was the fear of becoming someone you just wouldn't like. And now the deeper mind can understand wealth doesn't decide who you become. You decide who you become. Money doesn't create your values. It reveals the values you choose to live by, and you can choose wisely. You can choose calmness, generosity, and integrity. You can choose healthy boundaries, simplicity even with abundance, and you can choose to be more yourself, not less. Now just imagine standing before that gate in the garden in your mind, and near the gate is an older, wiser version of you. This future self has already made peace with success. This future self knows how to receive, how to manage, how to grow and share prosperity in ways that feel clean, calm, and just right. Just notice how this future you stands. The posture, the breathing, the expression on the face. There's no arrogance there, no greed, no desperation. Just steadiness, freedom, a quiet, natural comfort with having enough, more than enough, and using it well. And this wiser self may say to you, it's safe to grow now. And because those words come from you, they can go deeper. It is safe to grow now. It is safe to receive now. It is safe to succeed now. It is safe to have more now. And if those old thoughts appear, like what if people criticize me? What if I lose it? What if I change? You can notice those thoughts becoming smaller, quieter, less convincing. A thought is not a command, fear is not a prophecy, an old belief is not a life sentence. And you can let go. Just imagine that old fear of being rich as an object in your hands. Maybe it appears as a stone, a knot, a chain, a heavy book, or something else entirely. However it appears, just notice it. There's no need to analyze it. There's no need to understand every detail. The unconscious mind can make the change without the conscious mind needing to know how. And now from above, a warm golden light shines down onto that object. The light of maturity, of permission, the light of self-trust. And as that light touches the object, it begins to change. It softens, melts, dissolves, opens, brightens, and turns into something useful. The fear transforms into wisdom, the guilt transforms into generosity, and doubt transforms into preparation. And that old resistance becomes calm, forward movement. And you keep learning while releasing the fear. You keep the wisdom and you release the fear. You keep the discernment and release the limitation. You keep your values and release the false beliefs. And as you do, the gate opens, and beyond is a landscape of healthy prosperity. This is not frantic, showy wealth. It's not lonely or fearful. This is an aligned prosperity, a calm prosperity. Prosperity with roots and purpose. And as you step through the gate, notice how the ground supports you. Every step says I can handle more. Every breath says I am safe with increase. Every heartbeat says I remain myself. And as you begin walking through this landscape, you notice symbols of abundance all around you. A strong house, a table with more than enough, clean air, good tools, opportunities arriving at just the right time. And perhaps you hear an old voice from somewhere far behind saying, people like us don't become rich. Money causes problems. Don't get too big. And instead of arguing, you simply smile. That was then, and this is now. And you can say inside, I choose a better belief. And you might remember a child learning to walk. The child doesn't say, I mustn't walk too well or others may feel bad. And you don't need to make yourself less capable to prove you're good. Your goodness can grow with your success. Your kindness grows with your resources. Your influence grows with your wisdom, and your freedom can grow with your wealth. And your unconscious mind can begin to build new associations. Wealth equals safety, choice, creativity, and freedom. Responsibility can be handled calmly and values expressed more fully. And just let that association strengthen now. Wealth can feel calm. Success can feel natural. Earning more can feel acceptable. And having more can feel safe. And perhaps you can imagine yourself in ordinary future moments living with this new comfort. See yourself receiving an opportunity and saying yes calmly. See yourself being paid well and feeling deserving. See yourself looking at numbers, accounts, plans, and possibilities with a clear mind and relaxed body. And see yourself making wise choices, not from fear, but from confidence. And you can see yourself giving where you choose to give, saving where you choose to save, investing energy where it matters, and allowing money to become a servant of your life rather than a source of emotional pressure. And now step in to that future self. See through those eyes, breathe with that breath, Feel the body of a person who's safe with prosperity. Notice how natural it feels to have more space in life, more choice, more ease, more ability to say yes. And from this place, let the unconscious mind search through your memories gently and respectfully, finding old emotional charge connected to being rich, to becoming rich, to wanting and receiving money or having more than others. And as each old charge is found, it can be released now. Released from the body, from the nervous system, from the imagination, from your identity. Because you are allowed to prosper. You're allowed to outgrow old ceilings. You're allowed to become financially comfortable. And the more you receive, the more grounded you become. The more you succeed, the more centered you become. And the more you prosper, the more yourself you become. And somewhere deep inside, a new decision forms. I can be rich and safe. I can be rich and kind. I can be rich and loved, and I can be rich and free. And that new decision begins working quietly in the background, guiding choices, expectations, and actions in ways that feel natural, balanced, and right. And now it's time to bring this session to a close. In a few moments, it will be time to return to ordinary waking awareness, bringing back with you everything useful from this session. But before you return, take one more look around that inner landscape of healthy prosperity. Notice the open gate, the path, the future self, and the feeling of being safe with prosperity. Allow all of that to settle into your unconscious mind, where it can continue working gently, steadily, and wisely. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. And as I reach 5, your eyes can open, your body can feel refreshed, and your mind can feel clear. And you can return feeling grounded, calm, and quietly confident. 1. Beginning to return now, bringing back a sense of ease around wealth, success, and prosperity. 2. Feeling energy returning gently into the body, into the arms, legs, hands, and feet. 3. Taking a deeper breath now, breathing in freshness, clarity, and the calm permission to grow. 4. Becoming more aware of the room around you, the surface supporting you, the sounds nearby. And 5. Eyes open when you're ready, wide awake, refreshed, calm, steady, and present in the here and now. And as you return, you don't have to force any change. You can simply begin to notice the change that's already started. Perhaps in the way you think about money, in the way you respond to opportunity, in the way your body remains calmer when imagining success. And from now on, whenever you notice money, opportunity, success, or abundance, some calm part of you can automatically take a slow, steady breath and remember, I am safe with prosperity. And that breath can become a quiet signal to the unconscious mind to relax the body, clear the thoughts, and reconnect you with your values. You may simply notice yourself making better choices, feeling more deserving, speaking more confidently and receiving more comfortably, allowing healthy wealth to feel more and more natural. And each time you respond with calmness, the new pattern strengthens. And each time the pattern strengthens, success feels safer, cleaner, and more right for you. Thank you for joining me in this session today and taking this time to allow your mind to become more comfortable with wealth, success, and personal growth. And you can return to this session whenever you want to deepen this new feeling of safety and permission. Let the changes continue in quiet, useful ways. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.